Really cool, that. How low it is. Oh, it's actually there's a guy in there having his breakfast. Surely you got to expect a bit of attention. Morning all, Bo here from BHP Tours. Welcome back to all my loyal subscribers, and if you're new here, hope you like it. Wanted to give a bit of a break from my Adriatic road trip. I've taken my trusted BMW M2 to Italy, ferry across to Albania, Montenegro, Bosnia, and last time out was Croatia. But don't worry, I have got a couple of episodes still to come, so stay tuned. But as per the title, I'm heading to Goodwood for the first time, so I'm breaking my duck. For those that have been following right from the start, you might remember my first video. This is where I got my first glance of my Lotus Emira that I fell in love with. I ordered it pretty much straight away. The looks, that V6 exhaust note, and the promise of Lotus handling seduced me. Who knows? This might even give me inspiration for the M2's eventual replacement. There we go. So I'm ready to go. Got my water. I went for apple juice over orange. Argue with yourselves. It's got to be. Went innocent because it was cheaper than the. Yeah, I don't know what the other big one is. But yeah, ready to go. Got a full tank of fuel. That's 261 miles. And at this time in the morning, it probably from Southwest London, where I picked up my ticket. It will probably take me about an hour and a half, I think. Let's see what it says on CarPlay. I do like BMW's nav, but it's got to be CarPlay for me. So recent searches, because obviously I looked at it last night. Goodwood circuit, an hour and 39 minutes. So I should get there by about 10. Let's get on the road, shall we? So the worst part of the journey in London, anytime, especially during rush hour, is the first 5 miles, 10 miles, whatever it is in London, trying to get out. So yeah, just navigating Wandsworth one-way system. It's not too bad, but I'm hoping that when we get onto the A3, which is my actual route down to the south coast, where that's where Goodwood is, I think that efficiency will increase and it will say closer to 300 miles, I'd say. But it's also interesting. I said obviously inspiration for a new car. There are so many different cars and possibilities. I've been to a couple of car shows. I went to the museum, if you remember, early on in my M2 journey, that amazing car museum, Amaron. Guys, I think I figured out my 3-car garage dream car. GT2 RS, Ford GT. I don't know if you can make that out, but that is my dream car. Alfa Romeo 8C. Oh, money no object. Yeah, that's the world's greatest glass box garage, 100%, just because of what the 8C. Forget the Lambo, forget the M3, M4. No, not interested in Ferrari. 8C, please, thank you. That was in on the outer skirts of Munich and saw loads of crazy cars, probably more supercars and things that I'm not able to or ready to buy just yet. So it'll be interesting to see sort of new cars and what's coming up. I'm sure there'll be loads of electrification. Boo? Do I say boo? Hopefully not. If this channel picks up, then I'm sure I'll be going down the electric route. I actually did have an electric car. I had a Polestar 2, for those that didn't know, and I plugged it into my house and my circuit board went boom. And the car went bust, so I had to hand it back. So that was my electric car experience. Hopefully next time round it's a bit better, but I should be sticking for petrol for a while. Don't know. This is actually the first time for ages, or first time in 3 cars, that I haven't actually planned my next car, I haven't ordered. So I generally, at the point of recording this weekend, I've got no car on order and no idea of what I'm going to get next. So yeah, as I said earlier, I'm thinking that I might get some inspiration, see a make and be like, you know what, I actually don't mind that. But I'm a bit of an opportunist, so sometimes I don't actually plan. As I said with the Lotus, I literally saw that video. I was like, I must have that. If I can afford it, I will buy it. So I will hopefully find something that I like. Looking forward to it. As I said, I've never been I've never even come close to going. I've just never really thought. I didn't even know where it was. So I had to search for it the first time. But there's a long history, a long history of Goodwood. So I'll explain it to you on my way there. You just can't match BMW efficiency. I've been on the dual carriage rail, the A3, for what, 20 minutes? Fuel's gone up. Well, the range has gone up. Not surprising. Always been impressed with BMW's ability to draw maximum efficiency from a powerful engine, usually in the form of a turbo. So, yeah, nothing new there. And I open my apple juice. What's with this, like, these caps that don't, like, is that just a recycling thing? So it's not very responsible to do this now, but is that efficient? Let's go with it. Let's save the planet whilst driving a 460 horsepower sports car. Yeah, I won't do that while I'm driving. I don't think that's safe. But yeah, here's your Goodwood. I researched it. It's been going since '93, Goodwood. So I was 2, so I remember it really well. Yeah, I remember the first one very vividly. So yeah, I've missed out on 30 years, and I am going to make up with it with a great episode showing lots of cars, lots of stands, and hopefully meet a few cool people along the way. It's a network event after all. I am by myself, there's no one here recording me, so yeah, unless I bump into somebody there. But yeah, I'm here by myself, driving. Did the same in Albania. Well, all the way up that coast actually, and I hopefully don't get my camera or any equipment stolen. And yes, I know my comments were flooded with people telling me that guy didn't try and steal my camera. Watch this clip and tell me if this guy looked like he was going to return my camera if I didn't catch him. Make up your own mind. Then boom, he's got it. Caught him right in the act though. A few different angles too. I genuinely couldn't believe it.
That's mine, that's mine, that's mine.
Thank you. So a bit of off-roading continues. Now we're here trying to find the parking. A lot of cars. I probably should have got here a bit earlier, but yeah, fun. So we've arrived. Loads of cars, loads. Parked next to an MGB GT. He said his dad gave it to him, who's no longer with us. Really nice. He says the steering wheel is original. The alloys aren't. I don't know if it allows me to zoom in. I'll just swap this over. He said that when it was new, so one of the comments he made was about my number plate, saying this car cannot have 60 horsepower. And I said, how much has this got? And he said 90 at the crank from new, and it's probably got about 60, so I might have a buyer for my plate if the YouTube journey doesn't work. Yeah, how nice is this? But yeah, you got everything. Is that an Exige or yeah, it's Gen 1 Exige, Conti GT. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a F1. I feel like lopsided. It's on a proper hill. But yeah, let's get going. We've got dunks. Everyone's coming in wellies and rubbish shoes. It's gonna be fun. So for those that remember my Spa video where I took my Lotus Remira around Spa for the first time and saw an Ultima RS, I think it was called. This is a GTR version and it looks race ready. I assume that's the ring on there, Corvette engine. So you've got the name of the drivers on there. If you ever catch this video, Mr. Leon. Let me know what you think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Corvette engine. Yeah, that looks pretty special, doesn't it? Yeah, people are just chilling in their cars. You've got a Jensen, M3, Mustang. Yeah, a wide variety of cars. What would you prefer? Massive engine
at the front, power at the back, or Corvette mid-engine, power at the back.
My first glance at the tarmac. First thought is, how narrow is that climb?
So I'm here at Goodwood, loads to see, loads of people, loads of cars, and loads to do, hopefully.
Starting with the famous Goodwood House. Built in 1617, it can be used for weddings, parties and events, even for filming locations.
So I've been told to move. I don't know why that is.
Sorry that you're having to squint, but this is the Mad Mac, which uses a body of a McLaren P1 with a rotary engine. Shame it stalled. Here's the 22-23 World Rally Champions, Calais Rovanperä's Toyota Supra. Look at the car under the skin, and that huge air intake and the precision turbo. Doubt it's cheap to develop that power, despite the evident lack of weight. I'm loving this air display showing the red arrows. Takes some balls, that. Then it's time to have a walk around some car stands, and Lotus is a good starting point. Here's their new hyper SUV, the Electra, in Galloway green. That's solar yellow in the background there, and you have Natron red, and I think there's Boreal grey behind.
Porsche Taycan, Mercedes EQS. These are all rivals of the new Lotus Maya. Great name.
Then I found my surprise of the day. I've seen pictures of the Renault 5, but this Alpine A290 looks even better with those really cool fog lights. It has stronger performance too. I think this might be the best looking hatchback on the market, especially on this matte grey paint. All electric too. Watch this space. Then you have Ineos's Grenadier stand. It looks like a reworked Defender that uses BMW engines. Speak of the devil, the new M5 is a bit of me. I hear it's pretty heavy though, at 2.5 tons. Not driven the M5 for a while, but it's nice to see a few previous generations all lined up together. The all-new Bugatti Tourbillon, revealed last month, and the Defender Octa, also on show. I'll do a proper walk round of this latest Defender at a later date, I'm sure. Today's the test run of the actual hill climb.
It has up on the other screen. Okay, 51.7.
The fastest car up the hill today though belongs to Subaru.
I remember seeing that when I was a kid. I used to love rally games, absolutely love it. It's a modern interpretation, but yeah, a bit of a throwback. I can say I've stepped foot. It's Goodwood. What a day. I'm drained. My first time at Goodwood. I'm sure it won't be my last. There are a couple of things that I think I would do a bit differently. Managed to find a really nice viewpoint to rest the I came very close to stepping in a puddle just there. Yeah, just rest before I head out. We've just come out the bushes, a bit strange. Literally just walked out the bushes. I haven't seen a single soul for about 10 minutes. But yeah, I've seen Scenic Viewpoint now. Loads of nice cool cars going past, which is quite nice. Hopefully it allows me to change. No, it doesn't for some reason. But yeah, heading back to London now. It's about an hour and a half. Hopefully this works. They're really nice. Viewpoint Dunction Hill, 400 feet above sea level.
So when I say do things a bit differently, there's 2 or 3 things I guess I would have changed. I had a great day, I must emphasise that again. But I would suggest, first thing, get paddock access if you can, because I don't even know if you can buy it. I think you can, but obviously the whole event was sold out months ago. But paddock access means you can sit down in like a sort of like stadium, you know, like a stand, sorry. And there's loads of them and you get a great view. Obviously there's different sections, but great view of the actual circuit and all the amazing cars. I've been to places, I said before, where you can see amazing cars, but you're talking, you know, pre-war cars, you know, drift cars, I don't think there's F1 cars, but, you know, they're talking GT cars and touring cars. So things, you know, you might see a collection of cars like that in a museum and other places, but where you're going to be able to see them actually going at it and, you know, gunning it down a hill, racing, it's amazing. So yeah, paddock access is a must, because despite my height at 6'1" and peering over others, you still don't get to see a lot because there's loads of hay in the way to stop cars from, you know, overrunning and crashing and killing spectators, like you see in those old rally things, old rally stages. So yeah, could have been a better view. So paddock access is the first. Secondly, though, I would say pay the extra for the performance car parking, because 1, it's less walking and you're pretty much in the venue. 2, again, you can network and there's loads of cool cars there. And I probably could have put a YouTube handle on a sticker on my car somewhere so people might have discovered my channel. Keep looking, might find me. And a third, I'd probably say the hardest thing really was trying to record content today, because one of the things I think stopped me from doing this channel early. I did have the idea of doing this a couple of years before, but it's just I don't really want to get in the way of people trying to come and have a good time. And I know it's something you sort of expect nowadays, but you know, I went to try and look at the Defender Octa, and there was probably about 50 people surrounding the car, sorry. And who am I to just step in and say, sorry, I'm filming. I'm nobody, but it's not acceptable. So I think, I know I've seen some other YouTubers go. I saw Archie on my story had access to an Octa, or he was passenger riding in the Octa, it looked like. I don't know if he actually went down the circuit in it, but yeah, that's I guess what happens when you have built up a channel and network so well. So keep it going, Archie. Like your stuff. But I guess, yeah, as I said, it's just very difficult trying to film. I've obviously done my best and hopefully it's come across well. But yeah, it's difficult to try and get good, authentic content. I guess it's authentic if people are there anyway, but it's just people want to see the cars. You know, it's great seeing smiling faces, and it's really nice networking. It probably brings me on to the good, you know, the 3 things that I really enjoyed about today. Obviously, the cars are amazing. I knew I'd see an amazing collection of cars. I didn't really realise how much, but yeah, there was, as I said, pre-war cars, old Bentleys and Bugattis. I was quite surprised about there being so many like showrooms almost. I knew there'd be like a pop-up stand, but I mean, there was everything. There was Polestar, Renault, Alpine, Bugatti, Lamborghini, Ferrari. Was there Ferrari? Yeah, I think there was Ferrari, yeah. And another thing that's really cool is that obviously you see the cars go down the circuit, but you actually like get to see them sort of parked up, so you can see the numbers and stuff, so you can actually see them after they've gone. So it's like it's almost like you can track it. If you had a favourite car, you can sort of see it go down. Maybe you can even speak to the drivers. I don't know. I didn't try and do that myself, but yeah, it was really cool. I networked, spoke to a lot of people, because I'm at the point where, yeah, I'd like to work with brands. So I managed to speak to a few cool people, and yeah, everyone's just in a good mood. There's loads of smiling faces, good food. Not really many healthy options, but I don't eat meat, so it sort of cuts it. And yes, BHP Tours is vegetarian. If you hadn't guessed or haven't been watching thus far. So yeah, food was a challenge, but yeah, it was a really good day out. I actually only planned on being there from sort of 10 till 3, and I'm now an hour and a half away at 5:30. So yeah, it was a whole day there. But it was just really good fun. I think everybody needs to do it. I've been saying I wanted to do it for years, but I don't know why I just didn't. It was one of those things like Nürburgring, really, or I just never really thought. I knew I should do it, but I hadn't done it for, well, I still haven't done the actual Nordschleife, which I will get to. So yeah, got to try it. I think everybody will get a benefit if you have an interest in cars. I saw quite a lot of wives and children being brought, and I don't know if they enjoyed it, but yeah, if you're a petrol head or have any interest in cars, the plane display was really cool. That was one of the top things. It looked like the planes were going to crash into each other at one point, but it was amazing. And the Goodwood House is really nice, and the staff, it seems really well set up. I guess they have a whole year to prepare for it, but it seemed really well set up. I didn't see any dramas. I saw one red flag, but I didn't see anything else. Didn't see any ambulances, fire engines, or anything like that. So for the third time, it's good. Go. Next time out, next video, continue. Adriatic coast. Slovenia coming next week. We've then got Austria, and then all the way back to England. And then I have a visit to a car factory, which you'll like. I have I'm not going to tell you who it is. I have a review on the M2, and I think I'm going to do some content mixing this M2 against something else. Not sure if it's going to be a race or anything like that, but it'll be that. So there is lots of content to come. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I know I've done a lot of talking. You might be sick of my voice. But yeah, do subscribe. Every time I look, I'm still staggered that 95% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. And it's great. You guys watch my videos. I'm very thankful for the views. But if we tip it over and build up the subscribers, it just means I'm going to be able to make more videos and reach out to more people. So yeah, if you like my videos, make sure you click like. Keep up the engagement, whether it be good or bad, in the comments. The comments on that Albania video are quite wild, but yeah, keep it going, and thanks for watching. See you in Slovenia.